We want to make sure all these signs are visible because it's extremely important for people to know that there is help out there as we honor and recognize Human Trafficking Awareness Month, recognizing that there are nearly 800,000 people who are trafficked in the United States every single year, taken away from their families, loved ones, and friends because of who they are and what they could be used for. But there is help. We have an incredible committee here in Montgomery County that helps provide us with the information, the legislations, and the regulations to ensure that people are safe within the boundaries of Montgomery County. And we want to make sure that everyone knows how they can be safe. And so in a few moments, you'll hear more about the information, but it is so incredibly important to use our platforms here at the council to share this information. And for people who might feel in despair, for families who might feel hopeless that their loved ones are missing, there is hope, and we're here to help. With that, I'll turn it over to Councilmember Luedtke.
Thank you, Councilmember Glass and Dr. Stoddard and our guests for your commitment to helping stop human trafficking and for the work you do to support its victims. It's critical to remember that human trafficking includes not just sex trafficking, but labor trafficking, and that it impacts all ages, all genders, and all backgrounds. I'm grateful to be able to serve on the Human Trafficking Prevention Commission, and many of the members are up here today, and I am very thankful for all of the work they do. They come to every meeting fully engaged, fully ready to participate, and always acting in the best interest of our community. The county has established an important and effective partnership with MCPS to help train on recognizing the signs of human trafficking and understand how to identify and what available resources there are. We have, as you can see, a great public awareness campaign that's currently running on our ride-on buses as well. And from a legislative perspective, we are always being mindful and thinking through how we can strengthen law, policy, programs, and resources to fairly and responsibly meet the threats and strategies that human traffickers use. This work is cross-disciplinary, and we are very, very fortunate to have so many partners from across the county in our nonprofit sector, public safety, public health, our immigrant services folks, behavioral health, housing supports, who work collectively for the betterment of those who are vulnerable and who may be at highest risk of trafficking. And we are also mindful that we need to be good partners with our state and federal officials in making sure that changes that need to be done or funding that needs to come is delivered so that we can best support our residents here in Montgomery County. So with that, I'll turn it over to Dr. Stoddard.
Thank you very much. The county executive regrets not being able to be here, but he wanted to make sure that it's really important to him to make sure that we talk about this issue. Human trafficking occurs in Montgomery County. I think that's an important thing for us to all say. That's not something we often acknowledge publicly or a lot of people think about, but it does occur here in Montgomery County. As Councilmember Luedtke said, we often see it in terms of both sex trafficking and labor trafficking. It occurs in hotels, illicit massage parlors, body works, and the like. And so it's important that we acknowledge that this exists, and it's important that we address it head on. I know that you're going to hear from Jody Finkelstein on behalf of the chair of the Human Trafficking Prevention Committee and its chair, Dr. Wendy Stickle. But I want to, on behalf of the county executive, acknowledge several of the things that they're doing that are really, really important in our support overall for those efforts. So first off, on the training front, they're doing a lot of education of the public. You're going to see bus campaigns and other efforts. You're going to see education opportunities, not really for the general public, but also for key stakeholders like teachers, because we often want to have people understand the signs of human trafficking, but also to educate our youth about the risks presented by human trafficking here in Montgomery County. And so it's important that we protect people moving forward. The training team also utilizes lived experience. We have people who have survived human trafficking here in Montgomery County. It's important that they give a stark truth to the reality that exists both in Montgomery County but across the country. The efforts go beyond training, and for example, one of the key initiatives they're working on is a program. It's called the Safe Bypass Program with the Shady Grove Hospital, where we actually offer comprehensive physical and psychological treatment for people who have survived human trafficking. An important thing of getting people out of that cycle is feeling like there's a support system that exists for them to be improved and to be able to recover from it. So the county executive looks forward to working with the county council to make sure that they have the resources that are needed to address this really critical issue here in Montgomery County. And I also want to thank the county council for inviting the county executive and myself to participate in this acknowledgement. But most importantly, I want to recognize and thank all of the people behind us who do the important work around human trafficking every single day here in Montgomery County. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Stoddard, and we appreciate the collaboration and the leadership of the county executive in this regard. Now, I know Ms. Finkelstein was going to speak, but we also have members from other organizations and groups. And so what I just want to quickly do is if we just want to pass the mic, and if you want to share a little information about your organization or association and the work that you're doing in this space.
Thank you. Cara Grant, Montgomery County Public Schools. I'm the representative for the entire district on this committee, and there's comprehensive work being done through pre-K-12 curriculum as well as with the medical officer, school psychological services, security training, and all alike. So it's a comprehensive approach, and it's made possible through this interagency and cross-collaborative approach.
Good afternoon. We are therapists with trauma services. We work primarily with crime victims, and we provide therapy services and victim advocate services. She's with me.
Hi, my name is Marcia Liss. I'm a psychologist and attorney and member of the Human Trafficking Prevention Committee.
Good afternoon. My name is Jody Finkelstein. I am proud to serve as the Executive Director for the Human Trafficking Committee. I really, from the bottom of my heart, want to thank everybody here, as well as those that could not be here, including our Chair, Dr. Wendy Stickle, and Vice Chair, Sophie Aaron. I would also like to reiterate what Dr. Stoddard said. Thank you to the County Executive and to the County Council for funding and for continued funding over the years to be able to fight and reduce human trafficking. Thank you all.
Hello, I'm Lieutenant Cynthia DeFries with the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office. I am a member of the Human Trafficking Committee.
Good afternoon, Max Lee. I'm the sheriff here in Montgomery County, and I'd like to echo, I'm so appreciative of all the work on the county council, the county executive, and so many others that are addressing this critical issue that's often unseen in our communities.
I'm Lieutenant Dave Cohen, Deputy Director of the Special Victims Investigations Division for the County Police, and our officers work day to day to combat human trafficking throughout the county.
Assistant Chief Nicholas Augustine, Montgomery County Police. I oversee the Investigative Services Bureau, which are Special Investigative Division, as well as Special Victims Investigative Division, oversees our human trafficking.
Thank you. My name is Katie Wells. I'm with Adventist Healthcare Shady Grove Medical Center. I'm with the Forensic Medical Unit, and we provide comprehensive exams to people affected by human trafficking.
Hello, I'm Farah Jones, Mental Health Coordinator, Psychological Services with Montgomery County Public Schools.
Hi, I'm Janice Freeman, President of the African American Chamber of Commerce of Montgomery County. I am a commissioner, and I'm here representing the Human Rights Commission. I am so proud to be a part of this committee. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Fred Evans. I'm with a volunteer group that was started by Pam Canova, who's our president, Saving Angels, and our mission is to make sure that we try to get the word out among all these other groups about human trafficking, and on a personal note, worked with the school system for a few years. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for your service on our various boards, committees, commissions, and nonprofits and government agencies. And as the posters state, if you are in need of help, call 240-777-4357, help. And if you have a tip where if you have a tip and you know someone who needs help, you can call 888-373-7888. Yes. and assist. So with that, we're going to read the proclamation. Montgomery County Council proclamation, whereas human trafficking is akin to contemporary slavery and presents an important issue both globally and here in Montgomery County. And
whereas, according to the U.S. Department of State, an estimated 27.6 million people around the world are victims of human trafficking, in which violence, threats, deception, coercion, and other tactics are used to manipulate people of all ages into providing labor or services unwillingly, including forced participation in commercial sex work. And
whereas human traffickers deliberately target those who are already marginalized, such as women and girls, racial and ethnic minorities, recent or vulnerable migrants, the elderly, and those living in poverty. And
whereas, using various resources, the Human Trafficking Prevention Committee has worked to recognize and eradicate human trafficking, including traffickers, suppliers, transporters, advertisers, and the conditions that create demand for trafficked labor, as well as improved services for victims. And
whereas January is Human Trafficking Prevention Month, which formally recognizes that human trafficking occurs throughout the United States and emphasizes the need for public, private, and nonprofit sectors to come together to focus on prevention, prosecution, partnerships, and support for survivors.
Now, therefore, it be resolved that the County Executive Mark Elrich, County Council President Andrew Friedson, Councilmembers Dawn Luedtke and Evan Glass, and a full Council of Montgomery County, Maryland, hereby recognize January as Human Trafficking Prevention Month.
Now, therefore, be it resolved that the county calls upon all businesses, civil society organizations, communities of faith, families, and all residents to recognize the essential role we play in combating human trafficking, to learn the signs of human trafficking and how to support victims and survivors, and to observe this month with the appropriate program and activities aimed at preventing all forms of human trafficking, presented on this 23rd day of January in the year 2024.